Now, have you ever felt so exhausted, cynical, and ineffective that you questioned your professional life's worth? A heavy question indeed, but one that echoes the silent thoughts of many professionals across various fields. Today we delve into the unspoken epidemic known as burnout. Burnout is a widespread issue. It's not exclusive to high-pressure careers like air traffic controllers, lawyers, or small business owners. Even educators, those entrusted with shaping our future generations, are not immune to its grasp. This silent epidemic traces its roots back to a time of high tension and stress. The 1981 air traffic controller strike, an event that brought the concept of burnout to the forefront and eventually led to its recognition by the World Health Organization. Since then, burnout has earned a somber place in the International Classification of Diseases, a testament to its global prevalence. Yet despite this, the conversation around burnout is often hushed. It's a topic brushed under the rug, hidden in the shadows of productivity and the pursuit of success. We talk about stress management, work-life balance, even mindfulness, but seldom do we address the elephant in the room, the creeping sense of exhaustion, cynicism, and ineffectiveness that signals burnout. The term burnout was popularized in the 1970s by Dr. Herbert Freudenberger. He was a psychologist who, despite his demanding private practice, spent additional hours at a free clinic. The result? His own burnout. This anecdote is a stark reminder of the unreasonable demands often placed on professionals, a situation that has only escalated in the face of today's rising living costs and stagnant wages. In our fast-paced world where the hustle culture is glorified, burnout has become an all-too-common phenomenon. It's a silent epidemic that's affecting professionals across the globe, yet it's notably under-discussed. It's time we change that. We need to open up the conversation, bring the issue of burnout into the light, and tackle it head-on. Because only by acknowledging the problem can we hope to find a solution. The concept of burnout, while prevalent, remains notably under-discussed. The term burnout was popularized in the 1970s by Dr. Herbert Freudenberger. He was a psychologist who, despite having a demanding private practice, was also dedicated to volunteering additional hours at a free clinic. His commitment to serving the community, though commendable, was also the catalyst for his own burnout. Freudenberger's story is a poignant illustration of the often unsustainable demands placed on professionals. It highlights the precarious balance many of us struggle to maintain between our work and personal lives. This struggle becomes even more challenging in our modern society, where the cost of living continues to rise and wages remain stagnant. Let's delve deeper into Freudenberger's experience. He was passionate about his work, both in his private practice and at the free clinic. However, the mounting pressures of his dual roles slowly chipped away at his resilience. His energy levels dropped, his enthusiasm waned, and he began to feel detached from his work, his patients, and his own life. This is the face of burnout, a gradual erosion of one's mental and emotional well-being. Now, let's fast forward to today's context. Many professionals find themselves in similar predicaments. They face increasing living costs, stagnant wages, and workplaces that demand more without offering much in return. Teachers, for instance, are expected to deliver high-quality education, often with limited resources and support. Small business owners face the pressures of staying afloat in competitive markets. Lawyers grapple with heavy caseloads and high client expectations. The list goes on. These situations highlight the escalating demands placed on individuals in various professions. The pressures are immense, and the supports are often inadequate. This imbalance creates a fertile ground for burnout to take root and thrive. In conclusion, Freudenberger's experiences underscore the often unsustainable demands placed on professionals in our society. They serve as a stark reminder that while hard work and dedication are admirable, they should not come at the expense of our mental and emotional well-being. As we move forward, we must recognize and address the systemic issues, that fuel burnout and strive for a more balanced approach to work and life. Opening. Modern psychology defines burnout through 3 dimensions: exhaustion, cynicism, and professional inefficacy. Let's explore these dimensions. Exhaustion, the first dimension, is more than just feeling tired. It's a state of chronic fatigue, both mental and physical, resulting from prolonged stress or overwork. It's like running a marathon with no finish line in sight. Then we have cynicism, the second dimension. It's an indifferent or even negative attitude towards one's job, colleagues, or clients. The spark that once ignited passion and dedication fizzles out, replaced by a sense of disillusionment and detachment. The third dimension, professional inefficacy, is feeling incompetent and unproductive at work. Despite your best efforts, you feel like you're not achieving anything. You doubt your skills and question the value of your work. These 3 dimensions don't just appear overnight. They creep up on us, subtly impacting our lives until they are fully manifest. This progression is often divided into stages. Burnout begins with the honeymoon phase, characterized by high job satisfaction, commitment, energy, and creativity. You're optimistic and excited about your work. But then stress begins to creep in. You might feel a bit more tired than usual, perhaps a tad irritable. Deadlines seem a bit more daunting, and you might find it harder to disconnect from work. This is the onset of chronic stress, where your stress responses are constantly activated. You're always on edge, your sleep is disturbed, and you might even experience physical symptoms like headaches or stomach issues. If left unchecked, this chronic stress can morph into full-blown burnout. This is the stage where you feel an overwhelming sense of powerlessness, hopelessness, and detachment. You're not just physically exhausted, you're emotionally drained as well. These stages and dimensions of burnout underline the insidious nature of this condition. It's not just about being overly tired or stressed from work. It's a gradual process that chips away at your mental and physical health, your relationships, and your overall quality of life. Closing. The burnout condition usually develops in stages, progressively impacting individuals until fully manifest. The ongoing issue of burnout suggests a deep-seated problem tied not just to individual circumstances, but to broader systemic issues. These systemic issues include the design of our workspaces, the expectations set by our societies, and the pace at which we live our lives. But, as the esteemed Dr. Jonathan Malasek points out, bridging the gap between our work ideals and reality is a crucial step in tackling this epidemic. We need to create work environments that value mental health and foster a balanced lifestyle. And it's not just up to the experts. We all have a role to play. By bringing discussions about burnout into the open, we can challenge the status quo and advocate for healthier work practices. Remember, no voice is too small. Your voice matters. Contribute to the discussions about burnout and push for changes in how we manage work-related stress. The first step to solving a problem is recognizing there is one.